Session at 7:03. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion that we can reconvene.
Is there a second?
Second.
Robinson, all in favor?
Aye.
At 7:03. Action determined in closed session, receiving petition for reinstatement P 22-19-20 was permitted to reinstatement. A recording of this meeting is being made and shall be kept for 30 days as public record. Pledge of allegiance led by Mr. Bedford.
Ready? Begin.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Bender, Ms. Anstey, Mr. Terrace, Dr. Robinson. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Terrace, second by.
Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, reports and communications, so we don't have any student members. RTA report,
What if I'm not ready?
we'll wait.
Wait. Here you go. Good evening.
Hello.
First of all, a few items tonight. I want to congratulate Dr. Robinson, Mr. Vince Lett on their election to the school board. I look forward to working with you over the next year or however long. We're still involved with, well, some of you will be involved for 4 years. Some of us may not, but for the next period of time. Let's see, we also met with Mrs. Gaines and Mrs. Hargis and Tim Zalsar last week to continue negotiations on an addendum to our memorandum of understanding. The addendum is regarding the guidelines for work requirements when students return for in-person instruction. We submitted our proposal back in the middle of October. We've had the one meeting and look forward to hearing back from the district regarding any kind of a counter proposal. Nice thing about the addendum is probably 80% of the items we proposed are part of the district's safety plan. So I think we're on the same wavelength, but then we've got some other issues that need to be hammered out between now and the time that students return for in-person instruction. I met yesterday with the RTA Executive Board, and of course, a number of concerns were brought to my attention that I'll be talking with Mrs. Gaines about, and at some point maybe bringing to the board's attention. Of course, we all are aware that there's been some recent positive tests of one or more staff members in the district, and then contact of the staff member with other staff members and possibly students. I expect and am sure that the district followed all protocols for meeting those contacts and assuring the guidelines or enforcing the guidelines of the safety plan. But obviously those issues are of grave concern for the staff members who were involved and other staff members learning about these contacts. So the question that the executive board has directed me to ask Mrs. Gaines and the board is, we know that Kern County has again entered, along with many other counties, has again entered back into the purple tier with restrictions on businesses and schools. And the question that we pose to the district and to the board members is, if Kern County remains under purple tier restrictions in January, when students are scheduled to return, what is the expectation? What is the desire? What is the plan that the district and board is going to have for the return of students in January? So I'll look forward to getting some of that feedback from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you, do you have any public comments? Ms. Sally Gaxiola?
No, there are none.
No SCSA report?
No emails.
Okay. Mrs. Hargis is not here. Okay, the next on the agenda is Mrs. Gaines, superintendent report.
Thank you, President Sanchez. I want to say good evening and welcome to everyone this evening. It's great to see Mr. Bensalet back with us. Just a matter of time, Mr. Bensalet, before you will be up here. I want to say this evening, I want to wish a very, very happy birthday to our president, Mrs. Sanchez. Happy birthday today, Mrs. Sanchez. Although I welcome Mr. Bensalet, I'm not anxious to say goodbye to President Sanchez. And I also want to say that tomorrow just happens to be the birthday of my Sally. So I want to wish Sally an early happy birthday as well. A couple updates. First of all, I'm very excited to announce that 240, well, let me just make it easier by saying all of the sixth graders, there's 241 of them, at Tropico will all be attending Camp Keep this year. It's virtual, but we are sending every single one of them to Camp Keep. So I'm very, very excited about that. And another thing that we have been asked to do, I spent 3 years of my life working on next generation science standards, NGSS. And so I was asked by Kern County Superintendent of Schools to be the representative district that will join a consortium of Region 8. It's Ventura County, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, and Kern County. And we will be the district representing Kern County. And we're going to really work on a problem of practice. Basically, how do we implement next generation science standards in all of our schools, because they are the upcoming thing. That's what the kids are going to be tested on. So I will be working with a team out of West Park, which includes, and I want to thank these teachers for coming on board. First of all, let me thank Mrs. Lacey she will be part of the team. I will be part of the team. I want to thank Natalia Compton, Bobby Buto, Aida Alberto, Brittany Hardgrove, and Julie Mosey for taking that, stepping out on that ledge with me. And we're going to have several meetings that we'll be working with this whole team, working with teachers from other counties. So we're very, very excited about that. I was thrilled that they asked us to do that. So pretty much that's it. We have 2 more days until Thanksgiving vacation. There will be a minimal crew here next week, but a lot of folks will be on vacation. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gaines. Board communications, Mr. Hanson.
I just want to remind everybody in the district, employees and students and community, to stay safe as we go into the holidays. Remain vigilant even at home. You know, a lot of times, you know, we hear we're not doing enough. Well, people also need to have common sense. You know, I get reports all the time, you know, why are 5 employees eating lunch together? Well, why are they? You know, we know the times we're in, we know the concerns people have, but yet we still get reports of that. You know, why are we 5 and 6 deep in a school office? You know, somebody needs to police that. That it just doesn't make sense to me that we're always concerned about safety, that we constantly see instances where we are unsafe. How do we reconcile that? You know, I constantly hear it, I understand, but help us help you. You know, if you're going to go stand there 5 deep in a school office, what do you want us to do? We can't sit there and say, hey, maybe I should separate. do I really need to be here? I understand most of the meetings are over Zoom, if not all of them. Very rarely should we be in a group that size. What can we do? It's going to be incumbent upon leaders at the school, not just administration, but everybody could be a leader to say, hey, what are we doing? Why are you eating lunch 5 deep? What's going on? So we got to remain vigilant. We got to wear our masks. We got to do those basic blocking and tackling things that's going to keep us safe. And masks should include covering your nose and your mouth. We need to do that stuff. So that's enough for me. I kind of get on Jim's soapbox there. So
Stay on.
I gotta watch that. People complain about that stuff.
Stay on.
Okay, I just wanted to say, I received a letter from Kern County Superintendent of Schools regarding the 2020-2021 learning continuity and attendance plan. And it says, Dear Ms. Sanchez, thank you for submitting your board-approved learning continuity and attendance plan. We appreciate the work you have done with your stakeholders to develop a plan that adheres to the requirements of Ed Code 435509. Actually, it's addressed to me, but it has Barbara Gaines up here. So she's the one that did the work on it. Percent Ed Code 43509A states, on or before October 30th, the county superintendent of schools may submit recommendations in writing for amendments to the learning continuity and attendance plan. The governing board of the school district shall consider the recommendations submitted by the county superintendent of schools in a public meeting within 15 days of receiving the recommendations. We received Southern Kern Unified School District's learning continuing and attendance plan. You adopted. We have reviewed the plan and no recommendations are being made. And I think that's super. Thank you for your time and consideration. Please don't hesitate to contact Heather Richer, administrator from Continuous Improvement Support with any questions and concerns. Sincerely, Mary Barlow, Kern County Superintendent of Schools. So I just want to condemn and actually give shout out to Mrs. Gaines for all her hard work to get this plan approved. And, it's really exciting to see that they didn't even have to make any recommendations. So, super job. Thank you, Ms. Gaines.
Thank you, Mr. Chainsley, for that warning.
Oh, before you start, and I did want to say, be safe and have a happy Thanksgiving.
With that warning about everybody needs to do their part to help keep us safe. We can make all the plans, but if you don't follow the plan, it's not going to help. So, and I don't have much to say. I do appreciate all the hard work that Mrs. Gaines puts in. I know that she works way more hours than anyone else in the entire school district, and she does things that you have no idea what she's doing, but she's taking care of everything. I do wish you a happy Thanksgiving, but please be safe as you celebrate your holidays. Thank you.
Mr. Gutierrez?
First, happy birthday. And Sally, tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're just plugging along, doing what we gotta do. Hopefully the governor doesn't change his mind again. Happy holiday.
Yeah, I wanted to say happy birthday to. Hope you're having a good one. And I just came back from my Tennessee with my granddaughter's 16th birthday and was there for a week and every day was her birthday. Man. So, happy birthday. Yeah, just want to wish everybody a good Thanksgiving. Be safe. Mr. Tinsley covered it pretty well. it's all of us in this together, and we've got to do what's right, and I don't believe that the school's gonna be open till it's safe. We throw a date out there, and look what happened. So we just really, we don't know. We just don't know. But we all have to do our part to be safe for everybody. So when you're gathering for Thanksgiving, be wise, be careful, be smart, and be careful what you're doing out there. We're in uncharted waters right now, and it's tough. We'll do what we can, the best we can. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda, we have the consent items A through F. Do we have any questions on any of the purchase orders or anything like that? The vouchers?
The camp. How's that going? Virtual camp,
It is.
is it?
It's virtual camp, and it's, of course, the price is a lot cheaper than if we were actually sending the entire sixth grade class at Tropico, 241 students, to the campsite.
Uh-huh.
But they're still, they still have a great program planned for them, and they're gonna be doing a lot of fun activities. And if ever there was a year that the kids need it, definitely it's this year. And I'm so excited that all the sixth graders are gonna get the opportunity to go.
So they've got games and activities they're gonna be doing, and awesome.
Challenges and, all types of things.
Sounds exciting.
And I'll get an explanation on item E, what that is.
Yes, Dr. Robinson, and I'm going to explain this to you the best I can. Part of the work that was requested by our auditor when they were here a couple of weeks ago was an actuarial study. We did not have it completed. And so we now have communicated with the company, and this is they are, as soon as we give them, there's like 3 different types of documents, primarily all coming from the budget office. As soon as, and I have, Cammie is working diligently to gather up all those documents. And so as soon as we have 3 documents ready, we will send it off to this organization, and they will do the actuarial study for us and get it to the auditor. And the auditor deadline was going to be about mid-December, but the auditor just informed me a few days ago that the timeline has been extended, which is a huge advantage for us. So we will not, have a ding. I mean, we need to get it done as soon as possible, but we're not up against that December 15th deadline now. So that's the best I can tell you what it is.
Thank you.
With that, I will make a motion that we accept.
All right, second by,
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Second reading and approval of board policy 0470.1, COVID-19. Ms. Gaines?
Yes, this is, again, it's basically it's the face covering, the requirement of every employee to wear a mask. Just today, we were informed that students in grades 3 through 12 are required to wear masks. And now, due to the change that we're seeing in the climate of COVID and the return to the purple status in most counties in the state, to emphasize or to basically, it is highly, highly, highly recommended, but not yet a mandate for TK through 2nd but we can highly recommend that those children are in a mask as well. So,
Is there a motion? Any questions?
I'll make the motion.
Yes. Second by Robinson, all in favor? Review to approve proposal for the Kern County Public Works offer to purchase road property and easement. Ms. Gaines.
yes, and I'm sure that the gentlemen probably know more about an easement than I do, but we've been offered $600 for them to take a little edge of our property. I was informed that even if I don't like the $600 amount, they're gonna take it anyway. That,
Where is it located?
it's somewhere, it's near Roseman Boulevard from Desert Street to Alberta Street and on 20th Street West from Orange Street to Roseman Boulevard. So, the purpose of this project is to improve safety to fulfill the needs of safer roads. The project will also include curbs, gutters, ADA compliant curb ramps, and sidewalks. So, basically, what I was told was the $600, although it's not much, is better than nothing, and the property will be taken. So I'm not sure if the district's ever experienced this before.
What was the location again?
What is that on?
It's on page 41 of your packet. It's Kern County Public Works. Craig M. Pope, Director, Administration and Engineering.
We're pretty used to the government taking stuff from us.
Okay,
They're doing the same thing in front of my house. I got $550 just in front of my house.
do you see, Mr. Gutierrez, in paragraph 1 there, where the actual address? I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it's like the corner of this, the corner of that. It's very, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It looks like it's close to Rosemont Boulevard or maybe on Rosemont Boulevard.
Desert is right, the street right in front of Roseman Elementary, the old Roseman Elementary. That's Desert.
They're actually gonna do the.
But it says where Alberta. I'm not sure where Alberta is. Is there a map? No.
It's 20th Street West. Is that, that's not west, is it?
That's west.
Oh, it
That's
is?
where the post office is.
Yeah, no, I,
Looks like they're gonna take the corner to maintain it into probably handicap accessible,
Right here on
yeah,
Elementary.
by desert and,
They're just
Run
gonna
the
make
corner of our
it safe for
school.
people to walk there. So,
Yeah.
okay, I'll make a motion that we accept
I think we should counter offer 1,200. I don't think we'll win, but
No, I don't think you will, because I wasn't too thrilled with 600, but I became thrilled when I heard I had no choice.
There's always a choice.
I make a motion we accept it.
I'll second.
Gutierrez, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. First reading, review and reading of board policies listed. Ms. Gaines?
Yes, these are the Board Policy Committee. Dr. Robinson, Mrs. Sanchez, and I met. We went over all of these. These are all of these new, well, some of them are new, some of them are not new. Board policies, we reviewed these. These are for your first reading. There is a, if you look on, gosh, what page is it? You can see a breakdown of, it's on page 72 and 73. If you want to have like a little cheat sheet to read about instead of, so you can understand exactly what might be new in the policy or what we're changing. Page 72 and 73 gives you a real comprehensive breakdown of each one of the board policies without having to read numerous pages on each board policy. So this is just first presentation, first reading for you to review. We'll bring them back at a later board meeting.
Next on the agenda is ratify the CSEA 2017-2020 contract bargaining agreement with March 2020 tentative agreement and Ms. Gaines.
Yes, we were waiting some time for CSEA to ratify this agreement. This is not the MOU. This is the contract 270 to 220 that we worked on last year. And we have it back, and so it's been signed and ratified by the members of CSEA and ready for board approval.
Is there any questions?
And your recommendation is to approve it.
I second it.
And your recommendation is to approve?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I thought you were making a motion.
No, I was just clarifying.
Yes. That's my recommendation.
Well, I make a motion that we approve it then.
Robinson, second by
Okay.
Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Personnel items, ratify resignation of CBO. Ms. Gaines.
Yes, on November 2nd, I accepted the resignation letter from our CBO, Mr. Jonathan Bard, which is under my jurisdiction as the superintendent of Southern Kern. I am able to do that. It is on the board agenda this evening for you to accept that ratification, to accept that resignation. And because I've already done it, but it's a ratification for you.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation.
Harris,
I'll second.
second by Bender, all in favor?
Aye.
To approve the following listed personnel items, Ms. Gaines.
Yes, this is personnel items. As you can see, are classified. We had 15 candidates for our attendance clerk position at Tropico Middle School. And we had a paraeducator was selected coincidentally. And so she moves from paraeducator in special ed, a one-on-one to clerk position at Tropico.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's why it says resign and hire. I was trying to figure out, it's like, could they resign or are we hiring?
Yeah, actually, they resigned from one position and we
They
hired
went
them
to-
in another position, yes.
Thank you.
And we hired a new custodian, as you can see there, and so pretty much self-explanatory.
I'll make a motion that we accept the,
Is that a new hire?
Which
No.
one?
The custodian?
That's the sub-
Replacement?
It's a replacement, it's not,
I was looking for my little
Not
mark.
a new position.
no,
Okay,
with that, I would make a motion to approve the personnel.
Harris,
I
second
got,
by.
I got one more question on it.
Okay.
The teaching or the coaches, the stipends, are they still going out? I mean, are they still practicing or?
they're still doing what has been, what they have been told by CIF, that we are to call it at the high school conditioning.
Okay,
We have not brought back real spring coaches yet, like for softball and baseball and those sort of things. And I have put those coaching positions on hold until I have further notice from CIF if where we're going with this
okay.
COVID thing. So right now, we're still conditioning.
What is the 12% for credit retrieval stipend extra duty? Is that a prep, is that not a prep buyout, or is that extra stuff on top of the duty day? And how does that work?
Credit salary correct, it says salary correction. I'm assuming this is for the credit retrieval teacher at Tropico Middle School. And, there's probably, maybe in the previous, board agenda, we did not have the accurate percent or the accurate amount.
Okay, so that's not a 12% stipend?
No,
Okay, gotcha.
no.
Okay, the motion still stands.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Harris,
I second.
second by Benson, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, at 7:34.
That was a fast meeting. It's a big packet.